Hello everyone and welcome. This is Christine with Patter Crafts, and today we're going to make some little boxes using the tiny gift box from LaLa and Fawn. That is the die you see in the picture. The die also has with some additional dies where you could make a bow or some shapes to go with these boxes. We won't be using those today because I'll be grabbing some odds and end pieces from some Doodlebug collection that I had from a couple of years ago. So we'll use that. And these papers are from Doodlebug, but I couldn't tell you what collection because they are not, they're not labeled and they're just kind of like hanging out loosely in my stash. So the first thing I'm going to do is trim down my pattern paper so that I can run the die through my Cuttlebug. You definitely need the 6 inches long, and it's probably about 4.5, 5 inches wide in order to cut the box completely. But my Cuttlebug does not like to cut, does not like 6x6 pattern paper in there. It'll just kind of bend the one side that kind of hangs over. So instead of ruining that, I could still use those strips maybe for something else. I just go ahead and trim it down. So we are just going to go ahead and die cut all of these boxes. It's kind of like assembly style. Now, my hope is that I find the time to make some advent calendars for my nieces and nephews this holiday season. But that's a lot of boxes, and I need to make sure I have enough coordinating paper. So that'll just be a process for another time. Today we're just going to make the first 5. And I'm hoping I can find more paper that matches these papers so I can make the other 20. So with this die, not only does it cut the box out, it also scores in all the places that you need to fold. So right now I'm just bending those pieces over and using my scoring tool on the parts of the box that need to have the sharpest crease, and that would be, you know, like on the bottoms and on the side and that top piece that folds down. Not so much the little flap. I don't think those are like, you have to get those with the bone folder, but definitely the biggest parts of the box you should. And if you don't have a bone folder, you could always use the edge of a pencil or a pen or just something. You could use the edge of a butter knife. There's other things that you can use to get that to crease really well. So I'm just adding some ATG, just some tape runner. You can use some liquid glue. The only reason I don't like to use liquid glue for this is that you kind of have to hold it there a little bit to dry so it doesn't move. Those little flaps don't move. I've also used score tape, but I feel like it's a lot of work to add the score tape to these edges, and the ATG works just as well to hold it together. But if you really want to make sure, like maybe you could use these over again, then yeah, you might want to use some score tape. So after I finish getting these together, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of decorating on the boxes. On the top of the boxes, I am going to be adding the numbers 1 through 5. The numbers are from a die set that I received in a Club LaLa Land kit. I think it was back in August. It was their birthday kit, and they included the numbers. They're balloon numbers, but I just trimmed the little balloon piece off at the end of each number, and I didn't mind the bubble looking numbers. So I used the same pattern paper that I used to cut the boxes, and I'm just using some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to go ahead and put those on. If I want to put numbers on the tops again, what I might do is before I fold the boxes, add those on and then fold them up, because I found that they didn't stick completely down. I think it would have been nice if I would have just added those first and put like an acrylic block over the top just to give it a little bit to dry and then fold them. But at the end of the day, they stayed on. I just would have probably preferred it to be, there's just some little areas that are sticking up, and it's probably just me being picky. So anyway, now I have some bits and pieces here. This is from some Doodlebug odds and ends. I'm not exactly sure of the collection because they're just in a clear cellophane bag in my stash. So I'm just kind of adding the shapes and pieces that kind of fit on these little boxes. Some of these gifts, definitely some of the hearts, the snowflake. I'm just trying to use up some of my stash, and these little pieces are really great to decorate these boxes. So like the little star here, or snowflake, I decided to add one of the hearts right there in the middle. And we'll just continue on. I was debating about using some of the sentiments, but I opted not to. They were a little long for the boxes. So I want to thank you so very much for stopping by and joining me today. I hope you liked this little project. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But until next time, everyone, have a great day or night. Bye.